on navigating tensions and conflicting priorities, I think that leaders need to do 3 things well. The first is to listen actively for the why behind the apparent conflict. Why are stakeholders not seeing eye to eye? Now, I found that in many conflicts, the outcomes sought by different stakeholder groups are not necessarily mutually exclusive. Differences may stem from tactical things like timelines, implementation methods, incentives, risks, appetites, etc. So work to see if these apparent conflicts can be reconciled in a way that is consistent with the broader organizational goals and strategies and core values.
One of the main ways would be to understand where the different stakeholders are coming from. What is their positions? What is their perspectives? Once you can bring them together on a common platform and then have an open collaborative discussion and then align on a common way forward. This entails listening to different perspectives and then working together to formulate a common response.
I'd probably take a divergent approach to this. See, as leaders, while we want alignment, but it's important for us not to take popular decisions. We have to take decisions which are best for the business or for the organization. So while we say that we would want to take everyone along with us, but there are occasions when we have to be divergent and we have to take those decisions that are not popular.
Now, the second thing, which is important, is to ditch zero-sum thinking for a more integrative mindset. For example, let's stop pitching profit against purpose, but ask, how can we marry profits with purpose? Leaders with a more integrative mindset like that tend to be able to unlock new value that a more rigid either-or approach might miss.
So often enough when we are discussing on issues that don't seem to be in agreement with most of the other stakeholders, I remind them that we are here not to be popular, not to take the one decision that is most acceptable by all, but we have to use a lens, what is best for the business or for the organization. And there have been examples of people decisions that we have taken when many are not in favor of taking a difficult decision on people, but I have to remind them that this is critical for the organization, where there's a huge cost that could come by if you don't take that decision, and I've had people coming together and accepting that decision.
Now, last but not least, as always, it is very important to be able to communicate clearly and with transparency. Now, stakeholders don't expect leaders to be perfect, but they do expect leaders to be able to communicate with clarity and with candor. So leaders who are able to articulate the trade-offs that they're making, and more importantly, the rationale behind those trade-offs, they are able to build trust, even in disagreements.